Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. We're going to be asking the question, how do your coworkers feel about you? Or what do your coworkers think about you? One of the two, whatever comes out between those two things. We'll see how that all plays out. I got the females, what they think, and I have the males, what they think. You know, so we're going to see how both genders feel about you at work. I think that's all pertaining to this. I'm really excited about the piles because, you know, these are stuff that's like from around the house. This is the one that really makes me excited. Don't just pick this pile because I'm excited about the pile, right? You know, go with your intuition, for real. Go with what you feel. You know what I mean? If you want to, just for fun, you can check the pile out. If it's not your pile, but go with what you feel. But anyway, I got this. This is Thai basil. All right, this is just a cutting. I was really excited about it. All right, you know what I mean? I got a couple of them all around the house. This is just one that I'm rooting right now. So just put it in some water. And it's starting to root right now. I cut it like a little 90-degree angle, so it's like a flat surface. And just stick it in some water. And that was it. I just start putting roots, and then I put it in a little soil and give it some sun. And they're at home with everyone else. But a couple of these made me really excited because it smells really good. It's a good smell. It's basil, but it's fresh. So imagine basil and mint just around smelling. It's pretty decent. Anyway, 4 piles as always, right? Thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. You know, make sure that you like this video. That's always important. I very much appreciate the support, but make sure you like those videos when you see it come through. If you like what I do, let me know what I like. Also, 4 piles, right? So we can cut this rant out really quick. This will be pile 1. This will be pile 2. This will be pile 3. This will be pile 4. All right. Pile 4 is like a little medical tape. This is my daughter's toy. All right. She likes to be a doctor sometimes. We play that. This is avocado oil. It's a beard oil. I put that in my beard. You know, Thai basil. You know, little house. It lights up. I thought this was really fire for the inside of my house. At night, I light these up. You know what I mean? Aesthetics. It's all about it. All right. So there's going to be timestamps to basically tell you where the piles are and, you know, how to pick it. The timestamp's going to be where it says, yo, what's up with it? It's a description box, depending on where you are. You know what I mean? And you just go ahead and pick your pile or piles, and I'll be here with the boom. All right, you hear me? So I'm going to come back. There's going to be a close-up of these, and there's going to be numbers over top to remind you, okay? So I'll be right back with pile 1. Boom. Pile 1. Let's light it up. Is it lit up? Come on. Okay, pile 1. How do your coworkers feel about you? You could be a Scorpio, you could be an Aries, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Virgo, you could be a Leo, you could be an Aries, you could be a Taurus. I got 2 Leos, 1 Virgo, 2 Aries, 1 Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I got a couple fire signs. Yep, a couple fire signs here and a lot of air signs. So you must have a lot of people that work around you. A lot of, cause I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So at least like 4 people around you. Maybe they don't necessarily work with you, but they do work with you. It's like maybe you guys are in the same. You guys could be in the same building. They kind of feel like you're inconsiderate. I feel like you don't want to work together. You don't like to rectify situations, that you're unmovable or you're not flexible. You're very rigid. Right? Think of you as very aggressive. Like you like to keep knowledge hidden or keep information to yourself. They think that you're stable, and they think that you're very abundant, that people give you stuff, that you're very talented, that you're very gifted, but you don't like to work with other people. They feel like you're reaping some type of benefit. I got digest and harvest, so I feel like they feel like you're reaping some type of benefit, that you're good with your hands, that you're reaping harvest with your hands. They think of you as really responsible, very structured, so but just not movable. That's what I was about to say. The vibe is like not movable. All right, very strong. They feel like you're impulsive too, so They feel like you're being led by spirit. It says people being led by spirit do not make any sense to those who are not. So they feel like, oh yeah, and you're reaping hard. Yeah, that was clear. Yeah, they basically feel like you're reaping a lot of rewards. All right, being very responsible, recognizing restriction of some sort, steady, progressive, assertive, powerful. Some of them feel like they're powerless against you, or that you feel powerless. One of the two. Oh, they feel like you back down too much when you should be. Yeah. So they feel like you feel like you're powerless, like you back down too much when you should be asserting yourself. They feel like you should be a lot. Yeah, because you got the King of Wands here in reverse. So they feel like you should be a lot more dominant, but they see you as very perceptive, very vocal, very clear with boundaries, but just not as aggressive as you could be, or just not as driven and motivated as you could be. Because they got Six of Swords here too, and that's usually like a fear of letting go, or fear of transitioning or moving forward, fear of progressing. So it's like that. That's what they feel like. They feel like you're afraid of progressing with your ideas or moving forward with your confidence. All right. Don't trip on that, because what it says, you're going to be excited soon to see what the future brings. So I guess you're going to be, because this is what's healing here is your heart chakra. So you're becoming more receptive, more compassionate for yourself, more gentle. Or maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's how they feel about you. Maybe they feel like you're very cheerful, maybe like outgoing. It's not really outgoing. It's more cheerful. Like you maybe speak a lot of love, but like in a stern way, or like in a clear way, clear fashion way, or clear direct way, because it's Queen of Swords, so it's like clear direct way, precise. It's good, insightful. So your coworkers see you as insightful, having good information, having good having knowledge or fair judgment, good perception. But they do kind of see you as either not domineering. You could be a little bit brash or pushy, because sometimes the King of Wands is someone who's like assertive. So you could be like a little pushy or demanding. You know what I mean? Maybe having high expectations, or maybe it is a high expectations. Maybe it's like high expectations and kind of pushy and demanding. So they come off like they feel like that, and they feel like you keep information or ideas to yourself. You keep critical knowledge to yourself. Some of them kind of feel like you're incompetent, because the King of Wands can sometimes be an incompetent leader. It's someone who doesn't really want to lead. They don't want to take the responsibility for others. So it's like they see you as like an independent person who doesn't want to take responsibility for others. Like you're not, I guess maybe you're not like a team player, maybe, or maybe they don't see you as a team player. Yeah, that's what they feel. Because the first card was mending in reverse. They don't see you as like a team player, someone who doesn't want to work together, and you're inflexible. So you're that type of person. All right. They do, like I said, they see you as gifted, getting money, good with your hands. You know what I mean? Routine. Nah, I wasn't gonna say routine, but it's discipline. So maybe it is a routine. Like they see you as doing hard work, beating obstacles, doing trials, handling trials, but handling with aggression and assertion and determination. Because we got Mars and Saturn energy next to each other. So Mars and Saturn energy is like a strong desire. It's like a force, like a real force to be pushed, like to be reckoned with. So they do see you as a force to be reckoned with, because that's like controlled aggression. You know what I mean? So that's what they see you as, like a controlled desire, like going after things you really want. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, they just see you as kind of like a threat. Your coworkers probably see you as a threat, but they see you as like not aggressive. So it's like not really a threat. But I guess they maybe think like if you wanted to be a threat, you could be. So maybe that's how your coworkers feel, like if you wanted to be a threat, you could be, because they feel like you act powerless, or like you don't have the tools maybe, or something like that. But they feel like you're getting sweet rewards and all that good stuff, and they feel like you're getting abundance. They feel like maybe you have a nice place, nice house. I see a lot of I see a lot of plants. A lot of plants. All right. There's a lot of greenery, shrubbery everywhere, all over here, even here. So plants. They feel like you're very secure and stable, having a lot of abundance. All right, so let's go with how the men feel, because the men feel like you're not being super aggressive, like you could be pushing forward and being a lot more motivated. You could be going after things you really want, but they feel like you don't really have a desire for things, or they feel like you're kind of silly. You know what I mean? Like you don't know better, like you don't know how to use your power, you don't know how to utilize your abilities, or like you're passive. The men also feel like you're usually making things harder than what they are, or you're burdening yourself in some way. Like you're not transitioning how they would want you to transition. You're not moving forward or progressing in the way they would think that you should progress. You know what I mean? So it's like that. Like the men feel like you're very smart, you're very analytical, but it's like they feel like men feel like maybe like you don't, like you kind of keep it reserved, not reserved, but like direct with them, like really reserved, but you're not really aggressive with them. So it's like you can be kind of pushy, but it's kind of like cold, like move out the way type of thing, but like it's not disrespectful. So it's something like, it's kind of like the men at your job feel like, you're not really acknowledging them in a way, like you're, like you kind of like rigid with them, kind of cold with them, or kind of like pushing them to the side, like you don't really fool with them like that, like like they're just around maybe, like that's how they feel, like like maybe you don't feel like you're uplifting and all, but like in a more civil way, in a more like responsible or like respectable way, so they don't really feel like you are like noticing them, like maybe they don't feel like attractive or something, or they don't feel like it's going anywhere with you. So maybe that's how men feel like maybe like the conversations with you don't go anywhere, or that it's more direct or based towards one specific subject or topic, so like you stay on topic about something. Yeah, they feel like you have high expectations though, like you have high standards, like you hold them to a high standard. You know what I mean? A lot of men have a lot of passion for you though. They have a lot of desire for you. They just don't feel like they can make anything happen with you. They don't feel like they can progress anything. So I don't know why men at your job have passion for you. I mean, I guess that's what you guys might wanted it, but yeah, I guess men at your job have desire and passion for you, because we got Mars energy, which is like sex and all that desire and stuff like that. So they do, and with the King of Wands, that is somebody like that. In reverse, he's somebody who's undisciplined. Usually, the King of Wands is somebody who's sexually disciplined because he's devoted. He's the only king that's devoted. Well, in reverse, he's undisciplined. So these men lack sexual discipline, and they feel like you cut them off. So these may be men who flirt with you, and they feel like you keep it real PG-13 with them, or real like mature, like you know what I mean? So that's how they feel like this isn't going anywhere with you. That's how men feel, and they feel like they're not able to get their way, that things just won't go anywhere. That's really the big thing. Now, women, they feel a bit. All right, so women kind of feel like they're not seeing the truth about you either. So they have the Queen of Swords in reverse here. The men had the King of Swords in reverse in a different deck. They had the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords upright. Here, the women are giving you more of the Queen of Swords. So they see you kind of like as bitchy, or like a little bit maybe deceitful, or not really truthful, like kind of not telling the truth about things, or stretching your ideas, stretching your truth a little bit, because we got the Ace of Wands here too, so maybe you stretch the truth a little bit. They also see you as maybe a little repressed in terms of like passion, like you maybe a little standoffish or a little on guard, like wary of them maybe. You don't really say too much. It's kind of like you don't say too much. They just see you as very stable, so you could be like very I was gonna say luxurious, like maybe fly, pretty nice, or at least like you look like you have something going on, because it's like they feel like, because even with Fortuna here, Fortuna is usually about people giving you things, inherited money, or like being very extremely gifted, like and being grateful. And then Palace is like in overindulgence of it. So you have Taurus and Leo energy, so that's like like great times and an overindulgence and like stability, or like life's pleasures. So this could be like options in people, this could be like money, this could be anything. So they feel like you're very stable in this, like you're making something of this, and people are giving you things. They feel like maybe somewhere in there that you're either not being truthful, or that you're being a little bit dismissive, like maybe you dismiss ideas, or you dismiss opportunities, brand new beginnings with people, because it's kind of like you're reserved or hurt. Like this one is more like you're hurt. So women are kind of feeling like you're hurt, but you're like either relying on money, or relying on your abundance for happiness. Like you're relying on your security of being independent for your happiness. So that's like how they feel. They feel like you have a lot of creative force, and that you're very confident, and that you're being led by spirit, and like some of the stuff that you do doesn't make sense, but like you don't share your information and shit with people and all this stuff. Basically, they feel like you're winning in a sense, and that you could be doing more, but that you're not. That's what it boils down to. Like you're winning in their mind, and you could be doing more, but you're not. for the women, pretty much. It's like, well, for all around, they all feel like that. But the women have like their own little view of you separately, and then the men have their own little view. The men are more like attracted to you. They're trying to do things, and you know what I mean. You know, if you were like a male, then they're more like, you know, jealous of you, feeling more like you're. I was gonna say maybe in the way, because the Six of Swords sometimes can be like a hold up. You know what I mean? Like a pause or a stagnancy in some sort. So they're kind of like, and the King of Wands in reverse is like feeling like they're being blocked, or like they can't go after what they want with the Queen of Swords. So it's kind of like the men feel like you're in their way. So if you're like a man, they feel like you're in the way. You're cutting into them, going after what they want, or being able to be aggressive or being able to be dominant. They feel like you're in the way. And if it's like the women feel like maybe like you're being. They feel like you're crafty with the way that you communicate. So like if you're a man, they feel like the way that you communicate with them is a little bit. It's like it's very sexually charged, but it's also, it's like not direct. So they feel like you flirt. You know, like they don't like they have to read more into it. So you're subtle with it. That's how women feel about you. Like they feel like you're subtle with your flirting, or subtle with the way that you initiate. Like it doesn't come direct. It's not very clear. You know, it's kind of dismissive, or kind of like at an angle. So that's how they feel about you. Like it's not direct. They don't know what's going on. They feel like you're more stable and independent on your own. But like, are you flirting with me? Are you saying something? That's how they feel. So like if you're a male, or if you're into women, that's how they're perceiving you, is like, are you flirting with me? Are you saying something? You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, let's go over signs one more time. We got Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, Leo. Okay? So, pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 2. So, pile 2. How do your coworkers feel about you? Oh. So you could be a Pisces. You could be a Taurus. You could be a Virgo. Oh, they feel like you come from money, possibly. Either they feel like you come from money, or you come from money. So you come for money, like you came for money, or you come from money. All right. They see you as very competitive, able to cultivate, having strong beliefs. Let me give you signs real quick. Could be a Taurus. You could be a Pisces. You could be a Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be a Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. Oh, we got a. No, that's still what you call it. That's still a water sign too. So we got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio twice. So we got Knight of Cups twice in reverse. So men and women see you in that Knight of Cups energy. All right. All right. So they see you as someone who doesn't really care about other people's feelings. That's how your coworkers feel. They feel like you're not super compassionate, that you might be a little manipulative with the way that you express yourself, or the way that you offer. Maybe you revoke a lot of your own love offers, or you offer love. Nah, I feel like you're not open to love like that. Like it's kind of like, I don't know why that matters. I don't know, because that's not something big. But let's go to business first, because I don't like that. Like, what does that got to do with anything? So Knight of Cups here in this case would be like a business or proposals. Like you're not open to offering proposals. They say that you're working towards something, but you don't follow up on offers, or don't follow up on business proposals that you make, or creative endeavors that you come up with. They feel like you don't follow all the way through with it. They do feel like, that's why I feel like they feel like you come from money or something, or like you already have money, like you're already stable, already have something, because they feel like you don't really offer anything to people. Like you don't really offer your energies or your creative talents or your creative gifts to them. You don't really share. They feel like you're very self-sustainable. So that's really the big thing. Like you must. They feel like you have an unfinished symphony. So it's like you working on something that you're not quite finishing. You're it's like you're getting towards it, but it's like a work in progress, and you don't really count your blessings that you have. So this must be like people who know you That's really what it is. Like, they feel like you come from money and you're blessed and you're not sharing the blessings, or you're not recognizing the blessings. And then you have change in reverse. So they feel like you have strong beliefs, like you're not changing. You may live in a fantasy world is what they kind of feel like. You're self-sustainable. So they feel like you're competing for some reason, like they want to beat you or best you for some reason. They want to beat you or best you for some reason. They feel like you think you're unlovable. That's how they feel about you. That's how your coworkers feel. They feel like you're living in some type of fantasy or addictions, and that you feel like you're unlovable and you're not counting your blessings. They say that you're having a new rebirth of your spiritual life, and that you need to stay focused to achieving your goals and your dreams. They feel like you're not recognizing your blessings, that you're not recognizing what's happening for you. Now, the men feel like you're already established, all right? The men feel like you already got it going on. You're just resting. You're just chilling. You're not taking any offers. No, nothing. You're not open to anybody working with you, collaborations. You're like, yeah, I'm cool. I don't want to offer any ideas. I'm not looking to help support anybody, or nurture anything. I'm not looking to do anything. Like, we don't share the same way of making money, or the same creative talents or skills. We don't work together. So that's how they feel about you. Like, you guys aren't, if it's like what they're doing isn't self-sustainable, you don't get involved with them. You're like, nah, I'm good. If they don't have their own thing going, I guess if it's not clicking, if it's not growing, you don't want to work with them, or you don't want to be around them. You're like, they feel like you're very competitive. All right, you're very independent, like for self. These people feel like you're for self. Like you're not looking for other people at all, or you're not really looking. So they feel like you're either, because it kind of feels like you're using your logic. They feel like you're using your logic too much, and that you're not being fair. You're not being fair. Maybe they feel like you're being selfish or self-indulgent, more merciless, like not caring for other people. That's really how they feel, like you don't really care for people. They feel like you're healing this energy of being compassionate, though, and that you have it. Like, that's what's coming, like you're cultivating that. But they feel like you can be very stern or very hard, very harsh. You know what I mean? Yeah, very hard. They feel like you're dealing with a heartbreak, and that you haven't come to terms with something. So, or like you dealing with some type of disappointment and you haven't come to terms with it. So that's made you become selfish and not wanting to share with people. But you're very abundant, very stable. All right. Like I said, I feel like you could come from money, but you don't have to. All right. Like, they feel like you're maybe drowning emotionally. Because that's what it is. Like, they feel like you're into escapism, and that you're not seeing the blessings that you have. All right. Like, you're not open to change. You know what I mean? You're working at something that you're not open to changing. So you're not open to working and doing something different. Like, it's like this, like Taurus energy. It's fixed energy. We got the world here, so it's fixed energy. All right. You feel like you don't have boundaries, or you don't have it's like a maturity or something. Like, you're like, they feel like you need to grow up. Like, you haven't let go of past experiences, past karmic cycles. They feel like you're still, that's what they're probably not saying karmic cycles. They're probably thinking like you're still exercising previous behaviors from, let's say, high school, or from like college. They're like, you're still like college. Like, what's up with you? Like this, like they feel like you're a spoiled person for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're like independent, but like, I guess they feel like you're still holding on to something, like you're competitive. So maybe like you play basketball or something. Like, I get like, what I really get, like maybe like high school or college vibe. Like, how you could have been like a jock or something. Like, maybe you were somebody who was popular, or everybody kind of knows you. Maybe you, like I said, you could have came from money. You could have maybe always had money. You could have worked all the time or something like that. It's like the vibe of always having something, and be able to like indulge in the best things, but having like strong beliefs and strong family ancestral line, a strong family, like genes, genetics, traditions, and not willing to change or be unyielding, but maybe being very abundant from it. They feel like somebody hurt you, or somebody took advantage of you and just been making you selfish ever since. Now you're like an unfair person. You're like not deceitful, but you're a person who's very self-indulgent. It's more about me, me, me. That's how your coworkers feel. They feel like you're very competitive, and it's about you. You. They feel like you need to grow up. All right, that's what they feel like. They feel like you need to grow up. Like you need to get out of this. Like maybe get new experiences, travel, be open. Like they feel like you need to find some type of passion. All right, some type of. They feel like you can be charming, but it's in a manipulative way. Because we got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and that's usually a charmer. So they feel like you can be charming, but in a manipulative way to get what you want. You know what I mean? Like you're that type of person, and then maybe you seek forgiveness afterwards, or you're like a person who maybe silently seek forgiveness, so you don't really communicate that. You just kind of like give it up to the winds. Like, you know, they know I'm sorry, but you never told them, but they know I'm sorry. That type of feeling, you know what I mean? Like that's how your coworkers feel. Like they feel like you maybe disappoint them or let them down, and then don't say anything about it, and then they just expect them to know, like they know I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like an assumption here, kind of like an assumption of some sort. They feel like you're not getting your fulfillment because you're repeating something. You're doing something over and over again. Like this one is like they see you as being very competitive and like already stable somehow, already having money and whatnot, and already, you know, having strong beliefs or whatnot, and making something of it, because you got cultivate, which means that you're growing something of it. It's a chance to create your own beliefs, stability, resources, cultivate your health in your body. So you could be very healthy, could have a nice body, could be very physically attractive. You know, that's how they feel about you. So it's most likely physically attractive in your body, like in your physical body. And then we have Scorpio energy here too, and Leo energy. So you have like a, but it's in reverse here. So it's like you're not. So you may not be super. If all right, so it could be one of two things. You could be very sexual, but the sexualness could be like either not being expressed, or you can be overly expressing it. So it could be one of the two things, where you're not expressing it at all, or you're overly expressing it. All right. And it's one of those two things. All right. And that's how they feel about you in some way. So I don't know how they're in your business like that. Maybe they're like friends of you like that. I don't know. Because it's explaining like that. Like, it's explaining more like you're like how you are romantically in some sort. So maybe you be dating your coworkers and stuff. You know what I mean? Knight of Feathers. I was about to say birds of feathers. I was about to say birds of a feather flock together. So, but I see Knight of Feathers. So, oh, King of Feathers. That's a King of Swords. So they see you as deceitful. You know what I mean? Maybe even being a bit cutthroat. All right, this is how the women see you. The women see you as being very deceitful, but very, very smart. You know what I mean? Knowing what to say, how to say it. All right, and then with yeah. That's you must be what? Yeah, you must be dating people at work. Cause that's what it come out like. It's like, oh, the women see you as very slick, charming with your words, very passionate. All right, like a fulfillment, but like a wish fulfillment that's not achieved, like a hope, like maybe they feel like you give them hope, or you say things in a way that keeps them kind of like trapped. They feel like you're good with your words and you're good with expressing yourself, but it's manipulative. All right, they feel like you're not always telling the truth, or you're not all the way honest, you know, or that you're very blunt, vulgar in the way that you communicate with them. But I don't think it's vulgar. I feel like it's like, I mean, if it is, it's kind of like sexual then. Because I think of that Scorpio energy, so it's kind of sexual. Like you probably talk in a way that's kind of sexual to them. You know what I mean? That's how women feel about you. Now, men kind of feel that way too, but they feel like that you do this in a way to get money from them. Like you're charming and you're very sexual, you're very passionate, but you do it as a way of like to get money, or to maybe rest, like this, like you'll sleep with them in a sense, but it's like for the abundance, for the stability of it, for the, you know what I mean? So if you're dating like men at your job, then that's how they feel. They feel like you are manipulative, and that you're very suave, but you're very charming and very passionate and loving, but you do it in a way to gain maybe status or gain some type of stability, wealth, inheritance, time off. Maybe it's like with your boss or something, time off or something, like you know what I mean? Like you do, like you, I don't know, it's like maybe you're working your way in a way that allows you to have more peace and stability and tranquility. And that's how the men feel about you. They're like, the way you present yourself is in a way to get peace, tranquility, and stability. So if you address them or share feelings and emotions with them, you didn't really have them in mind when you did. You were doing it with ulterior motives for something else. You know what I mean? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative, but the Knight of Cups sometimes can be perceived as negative. But it's knowing that you're being like you're being manipulated. So they know that you're naturally manipulating them, but I think they're okay with it. You know what I mean? I think they may come to peace with it or come to terms with that situation. So I guess that's how men are with you. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm picking up here. It's just like women feel like you're possibly needing to grow up because you're like a wish fulfillment to them in a way, but you're like still stuck in this celebratory energy, like a high school college jock. Like you're having a good time right now. You're stable, and people think you come from money or that you have money, and you're working on something, but you're not quite finished. And you have a lot of blessings, but you don't either share it or you don't really recognize that you're blessed. That type of energy. You're attractive. You have a nice body. You know what I mean? All this good stuff. You know what I mean? All this good stuff they feel about you. You know, they just feel, like you're competitive. So I feel like these people are just, maybe they're a little haterish. You know what I mean? A little haterish. They feel like your blessings are coming in, but they're not. Maybe so. Some, it could feel like your blessings are coming in, but you're not quite finished with what you're working on. Others, they feel like you're still in like the women feel like you're in a celebratory energy. Like you're stuck in it. Like you're stuck in that playboy, playgirl, you know what I mean, deceitful, lying type of energy, not telling the full truth type of energy. That's how your women coworkers feel like that. Or they feel like you're not really knowledgeable about what you're working at. You're not really knowing of what you're working at. That you just kind of say what you think people want to hear. Like you're just, like you just say what everybody likes to hear. You know what I mean? That you're always saying that there's like this, like there's always a karmic cycle or karmic something going on. Like you could be. They could say that you're always saying that there's a karmic cycle or karmic something going on. All right, now I don't know. I don't know. Like, you may not say karmic, but you may be like, I'm still going through these behaviors. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing that. You know what I mean? But somewhere I felt like they said karmic, so whatever. All right. Yeah, they feel like you're selfish. You're out for self. That's really it. They feel like you're out for self and that you already have stuff. So why? So yeah. So let's go over signs one more time. We have Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So this could be the people around. This could be you. But I see a lot of people. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So this could be like 4 people around you. But it could be more. But I feel like it's 4. The world here, meaning that it could be people who probably are like online or like around your area, in your environment. Because for me, it's a reverse. So this means like it could be like in your environment. And your environment could be like online, or it could be like your community, or it could be like friends and family around the area. You know, like your neighborhood, your town, that type of energy. Your environment is what I feel like. All right. I mean, it's your work, duh. But it's your work, duh. Coworkers. Anyway, pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 3. So, pile 3. How do your coworkers feel about you? So you could be a Cancer, you could be a Pisces, you could be an Aquarius. Okay. I like that. Anytime they say something about money, I like that. So there's a little bit of money in there. They talk about, oh yeah, they say you get in the beginnings of some money. And it's gonna make you happy. Okay. So they feel like, so the men feel like you are like happily ever after. Like you would be a happy family, happy something with them. They feel like you're content with what you guys are doing or whatever you're doing. You bring them happiness. So I guess they're happy when they see you. They feel like they learn from you. They learn about their feelings. So men feel like they learn from you. All right. They start to recognize themselves. Like these could be men who are like in the 9 of Swords area where they're not really realizing why they're repeating patterns, how things are going. So men at your job, they feel like you relieve some type of tension or stress in their heart, in their mind. Emotionally, you make them feel secure. All right. Men like that. They feel like you're good, getting to the bag, like you're getting some money. It says, are you ready to believe money is coming towards you for your good karma? So men feel like that. But the women feel like that too, because it's encompassed. But I separate it here because I just started looking for the men for you real quick. Cause I don't know. I was just looking for that for you real quick. So your coworkers feel like you're able to handle challenges through unorthodox ways of being. through intuition, psychic abilities, through emotions. You know what I mean? They feel like you know how to get your personal needs met, that you're always jumping at opportunities, that you're always poised for chances, opportunities, and brand new beginnings. They feel like you let your emotions lead you. At first, when I seen this card come out, I felt like they were saying like you don't know where you're going, but with free and moving towards like this vision. Vision is like about not really seeing things clearly, but having to keep a vision of the present, of being present. So they feel like you're very present with your emotions, that you're very watery, all right? But you allow those things to lead you. Now they feel like you may not be lost, or you may not know where you're going, but they also feel like you're very poised to follow your feelings and emotions and go where you need to go. They feel like your coworkers feel like you're saving money, or like you're very frugal with money, or maybe money is kind of hard up or kind of tight. I don't think they feel like it's tight. I feel like you're always moving towards opportunities with money, or like you're, oh, did I give you the signs? Did I? You got Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so you could be one of these signs. Anyway, it says, so you make people realize, your coworkers feel like you make them realize something. Maybe you make them see a clearer vision. They feel like, all right, so your coworkers feel like you make sense of their emotions. All right, so maybe you come in and you help people out with personal needs. Like you're a very emotionally in-depth type of person, but you go about it in an unorthodox type of way, and that the means that you do so, but the means that you go about doing it hits the spot. All right, they feel like you're challenging, like your ideas challenge tradition. All right, you're a person that they feel like resets them in some way, inspires them in some way, but in an unorthodox way, because it's right over top of Aquarius energy. So in an unorthodox type of way, something that's not quite traditional to them, it gives them a breakthrough. Because we got third eye chakra here, which means that we're able to see. And because we have vision here, this also represents seeing, but seeing from an emotional perspective. So that's how your coworkers feel like you help them. Like that's how men immediately feel. Like men feel like the sunshine is here. Like she makes me feel so good. You know, I feel very secure within myself. I feel at home with myself. You know, and she's getting to a bag, or she's getting her own money. She's independent. You know what I mean? So that's how men feel. Like men feel like you very much enjoy the job that you do. Like you make them feel better about being there. Like it's less stress when you're there. It's less depression when you're there. You know what I mean? You help them realize small truths throughout the day. You know what I mean? Like they learn lessons. You know what I mean? They can see how they are like the culprit in situations, or how they're causing problems in situations. Like you make it known to them. So men feel like men are happy when you show up. All right, like they like that. That's one thing for sure. Now, women, on the other hand, women are a little bit unyielding with you a little bit. I mean, they have feelings for you, emotions for you, but they kind of keep it reserved, keep it to themselves. They don't like to express it to you. So like they love you, but they don't like to express it to you. All right, because they feel like you're manifesting something here. They contemplate on it. They think about you. These women think about you a lot, and they want to say something, or they want to express love to you, but they don't. They hold back. You know what I mean? They if they do it, it's in a way for them to gain some type of prosperity with you. Like they want a new beginning with you, but they really want your abundance. So they don't really want to like connect with you in a sense. Like they have the ability to do so, but it's in a manipulative way. Like right now they're focused on, they want what they want. That's how it is. Like they're more selfish about them. So women are more like just like a take from you in a sense. That's all women are wanting from you in a sense, is like taking from you. You know, they see you as being very wise, having a lot of information, being very isolated. So maybe you don't hang around a lot of women. They have you as isolated, and they feel like you're stuck. So your coworkers are saying that you're stuck. They think maybe you're sick. Maybe you were just called out. Maybe you're sick, something like that. It says I'm sick. So maybe you're called out, you're sick. But they also feel like you're filled with possibilities. Like they feel like you have good vision, like you have good intuition, like you know what to do. Like that's really the big thing that's coming here with everyone, even males and women. They feel like you have great intuition, that you're very stable, very secure within yourself, you're confident. But they're really looking for your manifestation. So they're looking for either your creative abilities, your creative talents, or they want the abundance that you have. So they may be like, it's not really competing. It's like kind of like a jealous feeling. So like you have something that they want. That's really how women feel. Like you have something that they want, but they feel like you're very intuitive, very very moody, very nurturing, very loving, knowing how to take care of people's needs, knowing how to take care of your personal needs, having a vision and knowing how to stay present within this moment. But they also feel like you could be a little bit out there, like seeing the vision in another way, like outwardly, like maybe they feel like you're not all the way clear about the future. Like it's kind of like being out there, you know. That's how I'm kind of seeing it. It's like you're here, but it like stretches like the mind. So maybe they feel like you expand their thoughts, but like because I keep coming back to this Aquarius energy in a non-traditional way. So maybe like the way you communicate, because I got air right next to it. Maybe like the way you communicate isn't traditional. Maybe you have like an accent. Maybe you talk different than them, or you like maybe you're a little bit more smarter than them, or you use like, I mean, I'm not even gonna say like smarter, but like you use words in a way that's a little bit more colorful, or you use words that are a little bit, maybe a little bit harsher, or like hood, like, cause like Freya in this card represents like striving for materialism, you know, and taking ways that maybe you have to lower your boundaries. So I always think it as people who like came from like a lower income home, or lower, like a rougher area, rougher type of life. So you probably like talk like that in a way where you came from like a rougher type of area of life, where you talk a little bit, it's not quirky, but you just talk a little bit different than other people. You know what I mean? You paint the vision a little bit different than other people. You know, you explain the job a little bit different than other people. You know what I mean? Like you're a reflecting type of person. So they feel like you're like taking care of family. They feel like you're very family oriented. So maybe that's how men feel too, because I got 10 of cups, and they may feel like you're having strong family beliefs, or that you're a family person, very family oriented. They could see you as a mother figure, like a mother. You know what I mean? Could be seeing you pregnant too, because it kind of looks like she's holding a baby. It's just the pinnacle, but the way she's holding that thing, like she love it. So they may feel like you love money, like you really care about stability, security. I don't know. Women want to eat you up in a way. I think they want to eat up your abundance though. But maybe if you date women, they want to eat you up. You know what I mean? But I was thinking more like from women to women. But then again, like I said, if you date women, they want to eat you up. Like they want to pursue you. They want to give you something, but it's manipulative. Like they don't know. Like they want to nurture you, but they want to give it to you in a way that kind of like they have the leverage. Like they have the upper hand. That's what women feel about you at your job. Like they want to, if they want to initiate something, like if they want to work with you, because sometimes Queen of Cups is a person who does nurture. She has creative talents, so she does have like intuitive art talents. She's like the King of Cups, and he's a scientist and a scientist and a businessman, or metaphysicist. So you know, Queen of Cups is like a up and coming of that. So like these people are people who have great knowledge of whatever you guys are in. They have good information. They have good ideas, or a fair understanding of what you're in. But whenever they offer help and assistance, it's an intent to either they want to take either credit for the situation, or they want to take like usually like the win, the spoils of the situation. They want to take whatever comes from that situation. Like, you know, if there's money to be made, I want some of that. If there's an accolade that gets made, I want to, like, you know what I mean? Like I want to get into this point because I see that you're winning. So that's how they feel. They feel like you're making something happen. You're coming into prosperity. You're getting some good karma. Good things are coming towards you, and they would want to offer, like the women want to offer you stuff because they want some of that. Right? That's how they want. They see like you're all alone, abundant. You know what I mean? And they feel like you're out of their league. All right. Now, the men feel like you're stable and a happily ever after. If you were like thinking like, are they looking at you as dating? Yeah. But they think of you as either being as like a mother figure, or really focused on family and family values, and like preaching that to them, teaching that to them, you know, instilling that into them, challenging their ways of going about doing things. So that's how your coworkers feel. Like you bring a lot of joy to a lot of people, but the women don't like to tell you that. The women don't like that. They want what you have, like in a physical sense and like a material sense. They feel like you can create stuff, almost like the magician, you know what I mean? But they feel like you get it from either deep introspection, or really paying attention to the details of things. So they feel like you're getting something because of paying attention to the deeper details of things. All right. They feel like that you're starting to, there's only one thing that makes someone change their own there's only one thing that makes someone change their own realization that they need to. So they feel like you haven't come to that conclusion yet, because they feel like you're stuck, and they feel like you should be full of possibilities, that you should be happy, like you're getting good stuff, like karma, money, stuff is coming in, like you should be happy. And they want what you have. The women feel this way. They want what you have. So I guess if you got like a raise or like a, uptick of money or finances, the women want that. They're like, oh, you got money? Oh, I want that. You know what I mean? If you're a male dating women or you're a woman dating women, they want you because you have something abundant. You have something being created here that's very fulfilling of some sort. And that's what they want from you, to be fulfilled in a way. But they don't really have much to offer you, or they're not looking to offer you anything. You know what I mean? Not in a way that's genuine. It's more dishonest or more manipulative. So they're looking for something from you, because you would fulfill their personal needs, but I guess whatever they're offering you may not want, or whatever, or maybe they're offering what you already have. So that might be that too. Like they might be already offering you what you already got. So maybe that's the whole issue, because it's like they're also analyzing it. Like they're looking at this situation, like the women look at you with like these type of eyes, like, how can I get what she has? How can I get what he has? Like they look at you with these eyes. So know that. All right. I feel like you're very intuitive though, and that you're always after money, like you're always moving after money. So that's probably why. All right. That's probably why. The men see you as like, yes, she's getting some money or he's getting some money. Cool. This could be my bro. This could be my boo. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? The women don't feel that way. Women are like, what can I get? How can I get some of this? Yuck. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, that's how it plays. But anyway, let's go over signs. So it could be Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. So this could be your sign, could be their sign, right? Could be your coworkers, whoever. You know who I'm looking about, who we talking about. So you know who they are. All right. But anyway, pile 3. That was your reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 4. So, pile 4. How do your coworkers feel about you? You might be non-forgiving. Coworkers may feel like you hold on to resentment. Yeah, like you hold on to things. You don't forget. They feel like you may be a little bit shallow. That's how the men feel. The men feel like you could be a little bit shallow, closed off, not really seeing the truth of a situation. So let me give you signs. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be a Cancer. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be a Scorpio. So this could be the people that you're involved with. This could be you. I mean, the people that are around, like, your coworkers. This could be them, or this could be you. They do feel like you're a leader of some sort, right? We got leadership twice. We got Chariot, and we have leadership itself. So they see you as like a good speaker, able to command power around a lot of people. So you could be like a boss, a manager. They see you as like an authoritarian of some sort, somebody who has leadership qualities, all right? They see you as being very loving, very generous, but maybe a little bit closed off or a little bit restricted, like contained, self-contained. They feel like you're very contained, controlled. That's it, like very controlled, all right? But very loving, generous, caring, affectionate. I mean, they could feel like you may be a savior. Maybe they give off like the men feel like you're very controlling, very straightforward, very driven, very ambitious, focused type of energy. You know what I mean? They feel like you're very good with either numbers, scientifically, creatively, metaphysically. The men see you as very, very spiritual, very emotionally enlightened, emotionally involved. They could see you as very mature as well. They feel like you're very knowledgeable in whatever it is that you're doing, that you're very focused in whatever it is that you're doing, and that you're very ambitious with whatever it is you're doing, like you're making success and you're making headway in it, that you have a lot of willpower and whatnot. But they feel like you can sometimes be superficial or kind of shallow with the communication. Like it's like you don't really see something here, like you don't see the value of something, or you don't see, you may feel like people don't understand you. Like it's kind of like a controlled energy. So it's like you have the energy being very loving, very nurturing, very caring, fatherly even, right? And even a person that we can follow behind, but at the same time, you kind of feel like people don't get you. I guess that's the life of being a leader, because they see you as a leader. So I guess as being a leader, you don't feel like people get you, like they don't understand you. You know what I mean? And that's usually how it be when you're a leader. Um, a lot of people, so this, like people at your job feel like your coworkers, they feel like you're dealing with some type of insecurities or some wounds and you're leaving them in the past. Now, in some cases, they could think they can feel like you're suppressing your shallow side, and instead of accepting and healing it, they feel like you're leaving that, like you're moving away from that, like maybe you're running, avoiding healing, like you're avoiding healing some type of insecurity or some type of deep-seated wound or whatnot. Because we got Scorpio, Chiron, Scorpio, and then Scorpio right behind it. So they feel like you have control issues, and that's what I think they feel like you're running away from handling. Because that Eight of Swords is about constricting, you know what I mean, not needing to free yourself from a pattern of thinking. And that's how they feel. They feel like you have all this creative ability and all these talents to make things happen, and you're a very good leader, and you're very headstrong and very driven, but you're afraid of maybe expressing yourself, or you're afraid, like you don't like to talk out, maybe you don't like to communicate a lot, or it's something like you keep yourself closed off from others, you keep yourself isolated. You know what I mean? They feel like you're processing. So you could be like a person who likes to dig deeper, get a lot of information. Like they feel like you're very confident though, and you're very good at talking in front of a lot of people. Like you command a room, or you command attention, or you command a lot of people. Like that's how they really feel like you're a disciplinary or a disciplined type of person. All right. Maybe you could be healing other people, or you could be doing like joint ventures with other people. They feel like you're a good person to do business with or to invest with. All right. They feel like you get a lot of good information, like you know how to find, like dig deeper to it. Like it's like, let me give you an example. Say we wanted to, I don't know, build a business. You would already know the key roles of what's important, what roles we need for employees, what role we need, if we even thought that big. But you probably are a person who thinks that big because they got you as a leader. So you probably think of like large scale things, big ideas, big, like, you're very deep into like figuring them out, how it works, why it works, the deep parts of it. People want to share secrets with you. Your coworkers would like to share secrets with you. They feel like you can keep a secret, like you'll keep a hush hush. And I think it has to do with more so like around romance, like you'll keep secrets of romance around. So maybe, I don't know why you guys be talking about love at work, but whatever. I guess if you're there all the time, it's there, because I just seen sex pop up, so I guess it's there, and vulnerabilities around that. So maybe you talk with your coworkers about that. They feel like you're very balanced and that you're very peaceful, all right? But you just don't like, maybe you just don't like people around in your space or something. Like you're isolated, but you're very loving and caring and all that, but you're like isolated, all right? You give off a real regal vibe, all right? They think that you dress really nice. They think of you as dressing really nice, having a nice outfit, or wearing a uniform regularly. But I see you as more like business attire, maybe, because the lady here is like, she's dressed like a power suit for a woman. But the Chariot and the King of Cups, they're always dressed well. And something I always thought about with knights, even though it's not like a physical knight here, knights were actually the people who were the most best dressed when it was, back in those days. Because the kings are usually like in nightgowns. If you really think about it, they're like in comfy wear. They're not going out running around. But the knights, they had armor. It's got gold. It's got shillings. It's got a cape that's got a bright color on it. They got the helmet that's got encrusted. You know what I mean? So they see you as like, really accessorizing, or really like putting it together, like putting that shit on. So yeah, some of them feel like you're a player of some sort, or like you're healing that, or like you're running from healing that. Maybe you're a runner. Like they feel like you have control issues, and like you're secretly aggressive sexually, or you have like a lot of sexual allure. Yeah, men respect you though. All right, men respect you. They feel like you keep it shallow. You don't say a lot. You keep it closed off. You keep a tight mouth. Don't say much. All right. They feel like maybe you feel like other people don't understand you or just don't get you. Right? Like you're like men feel like you're always worried about something, or like you're always worrying about something, or like they feel like you're trying to control something. So men feel like you're trying to control something. Maybe the way that they see them. Maybe the way that they see you. That's what men feel. Men feel like you're trying to control the way that they see you. And women feel like, men feel like but you ask for what you need though. So, because I need to say that. Men feel like you ask for what you need, but you're afraid of how they see you. Like you have control issues. So you want to control how they see you. All right. Women though feel like you're very good. You have a lot of endurance. Like you're very determined. You're very, I would say kind of friendly. You know, like having a lot of good solutions. You're very productive. You're somebody who they would like to work with. They say that they feel like you're in some type of recovery, or that you guys are like recovering something, like you're working together. They feel like you're helping them recover at the job, maybe. Like you're working with them. Maybe you do, I don't know. Maybe you do like physical therapy or something. Like you're helping them recover or something. I don't know. They feel like you're helping them recover something. Like you're helping them endure. Right? You're giving them determination. You're helping them push forward, move forward. They feel like you're helping them get courage or find solutions to problems that they have. Like they feel like you're a real leader. That's really the big thing. People feel like you're a leader, and they feel like you're giving them courage and solutions. And so you must be like a boss or a manager, or like in charge of a lot of people of some sort, organization or something. That's really like everybody sees you as like the leader, the one, the boss. This is the person we trust. You know what I mean? That would make sense, because it's a doctor's thing. So the doctors are usually somebody who's very skilled or very, you know what I mean? Like very, you know what I mean? So you could be like a lawyer or something, somebody professional or some sort. Because I was thinking like this lady is dressed up like professionally. Even the chariot, he's all dressed up professionally. Knights, they're dressed very well to the T. So maybe, you know, so your coworkers are feeling that way, but they feel like you're going through some type of transformation, but you're also running from some type of vulnerability or insecurity that you're dealing with, some type of deep-seated pain. And then some of them feel like you're leaving hearts in the past, or you're leaving things in the past, you're leaving past relationships in the past, or you're just leaving lovers in the past, like a slew of lovers just in the past. That's how your coworkers feel. I don't know why your coworkers are in y'all business like this, emotionally about stuff. But I guess because when we're at work, we always talk about real life situations. So I guess that's probably it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's probably it. But they feel like you're very, very reassuring. All right. And they could feel like you eat good, or like you have bad digestion. Maybe you have stomach issues, like processing food or something. So you may have like stomach issues. Your coworkers may feel that way about you, or think that about you. Yeah, they feel like you always have a solution. You know, that you always have a solution, and that you don't mind being quiet, not saying much, keeping things to yourself, secrets. Like they feel like you're very secretive, very manipulative emotionally, but very sexual. Like there's like, even if they're not like necessarily like sexually into you, there's a lot of sexual energy on you that they pick up. So they pick up a lot of sexual energy on you. So even if it's like not necessarily like them like wanting you in a sexual way, they gotta acknowledge it. So it's that type of feeling, like they have to acknowledge like your sexual energy. So yeah. Mostly they just want to work with you. They really want to like learn from you, interpret things the way you do. They want to they just like you give solutions. Like everybody just sees you as the leader. I really couldn't say it any more than that. Like they just see you as the leader. I'll follow her. I'll follow him. They got it sewed up. They're very driven, ambitious. I like the way they're doing things. They're just a little secretive, you know. They're very powerful, but they have control issues, and they're very secretive. And I think they're a player. So like the women, they don't have too much of an emotional thing here, and the men don't either. The men care about you, and they see you as very loving and all that stuff, like having an abundance of love and being very creative and giving, you know. But like nobody really feels like I mean, maybe they do see romantically. It's okay. Let's just say this. It's like you're so powerful that they don't want to acknowledge the sexual elephant in the room. All right. In their mind, you're very powerful, and they don't want to acknowledge that. So instead, they rather like kind of keep it business, or like at the task at hand. Let's stay at the task at hand. So let's stay focused. You know what I mean? Let's not worry about what you know, like you're looking like a snack, sis. Let's work at work. That's how they feel about you. All right. So let me give you signs. We have Scorpio, 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 Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. So, Pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house.